Hi guys, welcome back to this amazing YouTube channel. So if this is your first time to see this video, you're highly welcome. So today, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. So today we'll be sewing this dress. I've made the video of it, the part one of it, and this is the part two. So this is the back part of the dress. I'll be sewing it right now, just like this, and I'm going to sew the lining of this dress at the back just the way you have seen me make this joinings, the original material. Yes, so after joining it, I'll go over to my front part. The front part is going to be bustier. So I added my soft gum first before adding this wadding, this breast wadding, and I'll be facing the rough edge of the wadding, just the way you see me doing. The rough edge has the gum part, so I'll be facing it and I'll sprinkle water on it before ironing it down to the material. And this is how it came out. This is the sides of the front. It's actually four because it's six pieces gown. So at the front part is four, right? Yes, four curtains. Yeah, this is it. So I have just put everything I had to put there, ironed it. So the next thing I'll be doing after this is to sew it up just the way you're seeing it, just how it is being arranged. But before that, I wanted to have a little design on my gown, so I made this thing. I don't know what to call this. Don't know, crisscross band. However, I just made it and I opened up. I measured from my shoulder to my half length, which is 18. I placed placed at the beginning part, my 18, then to wherever it stops. And after fixing it, I sewed it to my machine. I sewed it. So this is the front part of the bustier, the gown. So I'm joining it, I'm sewing it right now, and I want you to watch closely because sewing pad is something that can be quite difficult for beginners. But if you just get it, if you learn the format, it is very, very easy. But for a beginner, it's kind of difficult, yes, because I struggle with sewing pad before I mastered it. Like I became professional in doing sewing and cutting my pad. So just see how I sold it, and I think I have a lot of videos on how to cut and sew bustier, how to because I know it can be very difficult and tiring. It can also be discouraging when it comes to this part of learning how to sew. Just look closely and learn because it is very, very essential in cutting, in sewing. Pad is very, very essential. So this is the first part, the front part, the first two by the left side of the breast or the right side of the breast. I'll be joining it, and after that I'll be doing the same thing to the other side. And after sewing it up, I'll then turn it to the front for you to see, because after sewing you still need to iron it properly, like properly, so it will sit very, very well. so so I'm done sewing it. See how it is. And always remember to give it a notch at that curved area. My cameraman didn't really want to show. I don't know what's wrong with my brother. He will not show what I want him to show. So this is how the front part is when you have not yet ironed it. So now we're going to be ironing it. I'll sprinkle water on it like this and iron it, split the clothes just like this and iron it. Then I'll use my wadding to cover up the, breast area, so it will I just like the covering sha. So this is how I do it. This is my own, should I say, recipe. This is my own method of doing it. So after ironing this inner part, I'll also iron the front side. I'll flip it over to the front and iron it just like this. Yeah, so this is how the both of them are looking. The left and the right breast is looking wonderfully amazing. Yeah, so this is it after the plaster. So the next thing I'll be doing is to join my lining. Sew my lining to the front. See the way I sewed this lining, it's not the same way I did at the back side, because the back has no breast to join, no. So after sewing, I have to put my lining like this to the front side, to the front center part of the front, and sewed it up to cover it. See it? I've covered it up like this. So it will be neatly sewn. Then I'll flip it over to the right side. So this is how it looks. The next thing I'll be doing now is to iron it, like give it a confirm ironing, like yeah, iron it properly because ironing helps in sewing. It's really in fact you can't sew clothes without ironing. That's just the pure truth. You can't sew without ironing. So this is the 2 inches I gave at the part one. I explained all this. This is the 2 inches I gave for my button space, for my button allowance and my button hole. So they both have 2 inches each. So I will go and sew down that 2 inches part I gave for my button. I just sewed it down, and I want to add something like I don't want my button to be visible, so I just cut out a material also to cover up my buttons so it won't be visible, just like this. I cut out a material that is as long as my actual gown measurement, which is this. I ironed it, and then I have to attach it to this place just like this. You see me place it. That is how you place your own. I place it at my buttonhole area, not where the button will stay. I place it at my buttonhole area so that it will cover the button. Once when I button it up, you won't have to see where you'll be looking at. Where did she really put button to this dress? Did she really? Yeah, I put button. No, I put button. So this is it. I'm done sewing it. So next thing I'll do is to iron. Like I said earlier, you can't do sewing without ironing. So you should be prepared to iron. So after ironing, I went ahead to join my shoulder part of this dress. The shoulder, that is the front and the back, which is this. I joined it. And after that, I did my neck, my collar. I also have a video on how to fix that type of collar is in my channel, so you can go down and look it up. And after joining my collar, I went ahead to sew the both sides, that is insert my actual measurements now divided by 2. I have a pocket in this gown, yeah, so i closed both I closed both sides up, and voila, this is how it's looking. I'm yet to put the button here. I can't just wait to put it on. It's just sweating, shacking me. So I said, no, let me put it on. Let me put it on. If you notice, that neck part is kind of rumpled because at the time I made this gown, the neck part, we don't have light. You know how it is in Nigeria. And I'm supposed to put soft to it, which I didn't really put because it's my clothes. So I just wanted to. But if you're making it for someone, like for customer, you have to put so it will stand firmly, like family, Jim. It will stand Jim. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, share, and